Hi, it's Anita from REN Opinion. Pixar's Turning Red has been released on Disney Plus for a while, and we can see a typical Chinese parenting style mainly discussed in the movie. So today we hit the street and see how different Western and Chinese parenting styles are. Let's have a look.
It's gonna be me.
So have you watched the film Turning Red?
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
No, I haven't.
I have not yet, but it's on my list of to watch.
Have you watched the film Turning Red?
Yes. Oh my god, we loved it.
I watched it over 8 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. Yes, I have actually.
Oh, you have?
I love it.
Oh, you have?
I love it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's really funny. Yeah, that's it.
So why do you enjoy it that much?
It was just we love Fort Town. Obviously, they were so good.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see I don't know what it was like for us growing up.
Yeah, I really like the representation of the 2000s and everything.
Yeah.
And I liked how it was set in Canada, so it wasn't super American or anything. But
Actually what it's like to be a 13-year-old girl, which I just don't think you've really seen before. Yeah. And it so lived up to the hype. We loved it.
I've never been to China, but from what I've movies, it's quite strict. That's all I really know, to be honest.
Chinese parenting style, I'd say it seems quite strict as far as I'm aware. It seems like there are some people who kind of maybe hide who they are if they're living in the West. They can't really tell their parents what it's like living out here, maybe.
I think it is pushed across as a kind of a strict mother who wants her child to do what she wants and not for the child to pursue what the girl wants instead.
Yeah, I feel like they focused on that quite a bit in how they talked about traditionally what is expected of you as a Chinese child.
That relationship between the children and the parents, I don't think you see a lot in Western culture. How they clean together, which is not something that you is as common here. And that respect. It was really nice.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Social media does represent sort of a lot of just Asian families in general to be kind of strict, but passing someone with an Asian mother, I'm she's nice, and I think it's a lot of different culture.
I feel like there is certain stereotypes that are definitely in movies there's a lot of stereotypes.
There are loads.
We're learning about it in film studies and about certain stereotypes that certain characters have.
Yeah, there are loads of stereotypes as well, I think, surrounding that as well. A lot of film.
Yeah, on film.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I think for me, from what I've just seen on the internet and stuff, it's meant to be a very strict thing, and it's grades and stuff. That's the stuff that's the stereotypes you hear all the time.
Yeah.
The only stuff I kind of know about Chinese parenting in general is the one child rule, and then it moving up to 2, and now them saying 3.
Yeah.
So that's my knowledge of it really. But like my mate was saying, my mother's West Asian, so I see differences, but again, it's just the stereotypes of being quite strict.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah.
I have a friend, and he has a girlfriend who's from China, and his parents don't even know he has. Her parents don't even know she has a boyfriend or anything. So I suppose in that sense, I feel like if Chinese people do come to the West, they do have to sort of hide aspects of their character from their parents. Other than that, I'm not with the parenting style. Obviously, there's sort of a stereotype about Chinese people having to have high-end sort of more logical jobs as well, right? About having to be a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer or something, a more well-to-do job.
I mean, not explicitly, no, but I've heard that sometimes Chinese parents can be a bit more stricter, especially when it comes to studies. I grew up with a really close relationship with my parents, so but I've learned that that's not common. I mean, we're babysitters, so we see we obviously work with parents bringing up children, and I've learned that my bringing up was quite different to other people's. But just generally for a Western upbringing, it's very different. There's just a level of respect between the parents and the children, and really close family ties, which are just not super common, especially intergenerational.
I think it's I don't know, it's two very different cultures, isn't it? Like, but yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
My parents' parenting style was more kind of open, encouraging what I want to do, and helping me to try and like find myself. And I think it was quite good. I mean, there was definitely downsides to the way they raised me as well. Like there's certain aspects that, you know, I feel like I have in me now that I wouldn't really want necessarily, but I don't know, they're a bit intolerant at times of different people, just different like behaviours in different people, so I'd rather not be like that as much, but I think generally they're fairly open and supportive, and they'd want me to just be doing whatever I love doing, basically.
My parents, my mum especially, so we moved to England, and she kind of wanted to keep in touch with our culture and stuff, so she would take me to temples and things, and she wanted me to keep learning our like mother tongue, but I lost it. With grades, not necessarily that strict, so not really following the stereotypes or anything, so yeah, she was
quite strict about grades, but sort of more relaxed about other things. It was quite school focused, but I was also encouraged to do a lot of dancing as a child, so that was sort of a lot of focus went into that as well.
They were very relaxed. Right, yeah, education was always important, but I was allowed to do a lot of stuff quite early, so I was allowed to go out quite early as well and stuff, so they were pretty relaxed.
Growing up, my parents were quite relaxed, but now that I'm this age, they're very strict. So I have like curfews, you know, like I have to do certain well in school to be able to go out. I have to do work first, then be able to enjoy myself. I don't think they're like insanely strict. I think they're reasonable, but the relationship's on and off, but it's mainly good. Yeah. It's mainly good. Quite lucky. Yeah.
I think it's really important to be involved with what they do. Like my parents were really involved with what I did at school and wanted me to do well. So I definitely would want to carry that on. But also giving them the freedom to stand on their own and go and things, you know.
Did have a child, I'd probably want to do similar with my parents. I want to keep in touch with my culture, and I'd probably do quite similar to what my parents have done for me, so yeah.
I'm going to be slightly more relaxed about it because I was not so keen on the pressure that was put on me as a child. I wanted it to be more relaxed. I want to still be able to like push them to what they could do, but not be so strict on it.
Yeah. For me, it'd be like trust comes first. So I wouldn't mind what they do and how they act, as long as they tell me where they are, tell me like what they're doing. I feel like trust and looking out for their mental health is the most important over schooling, and because like with strict parents raise sneaky children. I don't want that. Like I want to have like a kind of relationship with my children where it's okay for them to do things and they know that they won't get in trouble if they mess up, and that I'll be there for them.